Hey, hey, family, what's going on? This is Kenyon R. Dudley, and this is 818 Academy. I'm literally coming to you live from my keeping room here in the house, and just wanted to jump in and start really a series of videos to talk with you about a few business techniques, business strategies, things that I believe will be beneficial to you for your company and for your business. For those of you who do not know who I am, again, I'm Kenyon R. Dudley. Um, I'm what I call a true definition of a Renaissance millennial. And I am the founder, along with being a C suite executive in three different corporations: Axe Experience Incorporated, DP House Publishers, and Naomi's Connect Technology, which was actually founded by my wife, but we actually run that particular company together. But I'm also an inventor of what I call the B.E.M.T program: business, entertainment, health, care, ministry, and tech program. And I'm also the inventor of the I plus E equals C method for professional writers and speakers who help brands and businesses make millions. And I've deemed myself as the copywriting king. Now, for some of you guys who've never heard of copywriting before, it probably doesn't really mean much to you. But what if I told you that I had the right words to give you for your business message, for your brand message, to be able to get across to your audiences, your followers, the people who buy from you? What if I said that I had that message for you that would make things much more clearer to your audience and your followers and the people who buy from you? Um, make that product clearer, make that service, that brand clear to the point where it makes people want to buy from you. Well, that's what copywriting is all about. And I formulate the words along with my team for you to be able to put it on your website, to be able to put it on your social media posts, whether it's IG or Facebook, for you to be able to, devise some handcrafted, high converting email campaigns to all of the people that you have in your database. And we put those words together in such a way that it literally, I'm telling you, it literally gets people in the mood to buy from you. And so I'm the copywriting king in the areas of business, entertainment, healthcare, ministry, and tech. I have over 10 years of experience in sales and marketing, promotions and production and publishing. And so I'm passionate. I'm passionate about helping businesses and organizations like you and like what you own achieve their goals by providing them with high quality creative content that engages their target audiences. And my companies, we offer a range, actually a wide range of services and products that help you convert people from just being onlookers of your services and your product and your brand to literally being buyers. Um, and again, we do that through copywriting, we do that through editing, making sure that your web design is up to par and it has the right words to it, and all of those things. And so I'm so glad that you are here. You're listening in to this particular video and this particular broadcast, because tonight I'm actually recording this in my home. And so whenever you watch this, whether it's daytime, where you are, whether it's nighttime, I think that the information is going to be beneficial for you. We're going to be actually talking about a formula and a secret that I have created to be able to put you in the right position to be able to get that message across to your audience in a very clear and concise way so that they get in the mood to buy from you and they begin to purchase your products and your services. But before I jump into that, I do want to talk a little bit about the 818 Wealth Academy. That is a academy, online academy that my wife and I created. We have a plethora, as you can tell by now, of different experiences, a myriad of different businesses and things that fall under our care and our leadership and tutelage. And so we have a lot of wisdom. We have a lot of knowledge to be able to share. We have done a lot of things that you shouldn't do. And we've done a lot of things that you should do in order to make 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures, and even above. And so the 818 Wealth Academy is just that. It is a online university, an online academy where we come together. My wife and I, sometimes we're doing different wealth classes and business courses and e-courses. Sometimes we pull in people who have an expertise and a knowledge in a certain area, and they do certain courses, and we offer them to whoever wants to opt in on those courses to be able to uh, get better in their business model and in their business strategies, and get better in implementing those strategies. And not only that, so that they can see their bank accounts for their businesses and their personal bank accounts get better and increase in revenue and profit as well. And so I want you to go over to the 818 wealth academy.com. Again, that's the 818 wealth academy.com. And you'll see all about what I'm discussing right now. We've got different things that are up there on the platform right now that you can take advantage of to start learning, start growing as a business owner, and as an executive even, or someone who is just getting started in business. There is a lot of different resources over there that we've just compiled together, put together, and we are constantly updating that website with new material as well. So I hope that you will find that website very beneficial. Again, that's www.the818wealthacademy.com. And while I'm talking about it, you might as well go over to my personal website, www.kenyondudley.com. That's Kenyon Dudley, Dudley.com. And what I want you to do when you get there is I want you to get on my wait list for my next e-course, the Copywriting Secrets, Writing That Makes You Millions. The next class is going to be in August. And so we have already got a wait list of people who will be joining in on that class because they know the power of words. They understand the power of getting their message crafted in the right way to be able to articulate to their audiences and articulate to those people who are going to be buying from them, to get them in the mood to purchase and to get them converted in such a way where they will be knocking down your door in a sense to be able to go ahead and get your product and your services. So again, go over to www.kenyondudley.com. Get on my wait list for Copywriting Secrets, Writing That Makes You Millions. Okay, it's the perfect way to learn the tricks of the trade and start generating wealth with your words. I'm going to be actually teaching about how to write good headlines that sell, how to craft the perfect sales letter, when you want to send those out to those people who are in your email database, or maybe you are trying to create a funnel and you just don't have the right verbiage, the right words. I'm going to be going over those type of things so that you can get those correct words on those pages, and you can start getting people purchasing your product, your service, course, whatever it is that you are offering. You're going to be a pro in no time. All right. So let's get ready to jump into just a brief um, idea that I would like to share with you as it pertains to copywriting. I really want to kind of hone in on this model that I created to share with business owners, to share with executives. I've shared this formula with people who just needed to understand um, how to get people to listen to them. And let me just start this out by saying the way that I came up with this idea that I'm going to share with you today is I found myself in a similar position where you may be or where others might be right now, who are trying to get their voice heard. They are they have a product, they have a service, they have a business, a brand, a ministry, and they're in this weird, awkward place where they just don't know how to get more people to listen to them. Maybe you were like me, where you know there was a season, a time in your life where things were popping off and people were listening to you and they were converting and they were opting in and buying into your brand and wanting more from you. But you hit a roadblock where things changed in the business world. Models and strategies changed, in your sphere of influence in your industry, and you've found yourself, or you're finding yourself right now in a place where you feel like you're kind of lagging behind, you're kind of falling behind the trend, and people are no longer interested in hearing what you have to say or what you have to offer. They're no longer interested in that. I've got a remedy for that. I've got a formula for that because I too was in that place. I was used to people understanding my brand, knowing what I had to offer, and just falling all over it and converting at high rates. But times changed, technologies changed, models, business strategies changed, the need in business and in my sphere of influence and in my market, it changed. And so I had to get to a place where I mastered this formula, this strategy, in order to become relevant again. And in order for my products, my services, my brand to become relevant again as well. So this is what I want you to write down if you are taking notes. But say this out loud too while you're writing it down. I plus E equals C. Say that again. Write it down and say that again. I plus E equals C. All right. I plus E equals C. Now, this is a particular equation that kind of sounds weird, right? You don't really know what that means. It looks like a bunch of letters with, the equal sign in the middle of it, right? But what exactly does I plus E equals C mean? I can tell you this one thing before I go even in depth with this formula. This is something. This is an equation that you want to commit to memory. Now, I created this simple equation to help you remember this very thing, that I, which stands for ideas, plus E, which stands for effective communication, equals change. So I plus E equals C, meaning ideas plus effective communication equals change. Ideas are the root of all change. And if you want to see the world change or transformed in any type of way, if you want to see your world change or transform, then it starts with having great ideas. Write that down. If you want to see any type of transformation, it starts with what? It starts with you getting the concept that ideas plus effective communication is going to cause that shift, is going to cause that change, is going to cause that transformation. It starts with great ideas. Now, ideas is synonymous to words. I want you to hear this. It's very equal to words. Ideas mean words. Ideas are synonymous to words or an internal discord that you're having in your mind before it ever gets into the earth. But simply having ideas or an internal dialogue with yourself about a particular idea or strategy or product or service, that's not just going to be enough. That's not going to cut it. You've got to get to a place where you are able to extract those ideas from your internal brain, your mind, and bring them out to where people can hear them, understand them, know them, and fall in love with them to where they want to invest in them, and opt in on what you're talking about and what you're offering. Okay, so it's not just enough to keep those ideas bottled up on the inside of you or stuck in your brain or in your mind. You need to be able to communicate those ideas effectively if you want to see real change occur in the world around you. In other words, if you want to see your life, if you want to see other people or even businesses and institutions around you or the things that you own even transform, it's going to start with having great ideas and then being able to communicate those ideas effectively. Your client, let's just say you are a business owner that helps specific people in a certain genre or industry. Your client is the one that has the idea. You are the one, however, that is supposed to have the effective way of communicating that particular idea, especially if you are a copywriter or if you are a brand ambassador, or you are someone who is a marketer of some sort. You are responsible for helping that client effectively communicate their idea. But even if you're not a representative of a client, let's say you're the representative of yourself, your own brand, your own business, it's still important for you to be able to develop the skill of effective communication if you're going to get any results in the audience that you're targeting. It is imperative that whether you are a business owner representing your own brand, or you may be representing someone else's brand, that you get the ability, you master the ability to be able to take the ideas from the brain, from the mind, from the mental state, and communicate them verbally or in written form in such a way that is going to create an appetite for the target audience. Now, I'm of the persuasion that ideas are spiritual. For many of you guys who have worked with me, and many of you who will work with me, you will find that I'm a very spiritual guy. I believe in God. That's my personal conviction. It doesn't have to be yours, but my personal conviction is there is a God. I believe in God, and I believe that you should bring God in everything that you do so that you are able to be effective in that thing. And so I'm of the persuasion that ideas are spiritual, that God gives ideas, but it's up to us as human beings to work on our craft of communication, to be able to articulate those God given ideas. This is really where you're going to have to learn how to write your own copy. It's going to be a must. And if you refuse to learn how to really write your copy, and what I mean by that is write the words in a way on your website where they are relatable and they are, articulated well where people can understand, or writing words in your sales email or writing words in your posts on Facebook or Instagram. If you refuse to get to a point where you master the way that you write and the way that you speak in front of your target audience, then you are cutting off the life support of your brand. You are cutting off the life support of your business, and you'll find yourself in a place where you will not be able to convert people, and have them opt into what it is that you are offering. I found myself at that place, because I had mastered a way of speech. I had mastered a way of writing on my social media platforms. I had mastered that years ago, to where people were buying into what I had to offer. But then I refused to evolve and learn new methods and new ways to be able to communicate with them, so that they would understand that my brand is evolving and that I have new things to offer them, based upon the new needs of the new normal of the day, right? There were certain needs in the past that are no longer needs for my target audience. And I had to learn how to master my words, and master the way that I offered myself, my services, my products, to them, so that they would be able to understand that I'm still relevant and I'm still a need, in their life. So, what you say with your words in a headline that you write, for your emails that you send out, what you say with your words in an email teaser, in a book that you've written, on a sales email or funnel, or even out of your mouth during a speech that you've been invited to, present at a particular company or organization or gathering. That matters. Those words that you use matter, and they will make or break someone. And depending on the result that they perceive, not that they receive from you necessarily, but that they perceive that they are receiving from you, determines whether or not that they will invest in the idea that you are presenting to them. What you say matters. Write that down in big, bold letters. What you are saying matters. And it could be that you're not getting a lot of sales because you are not saying the right things. It could be that you're not getting a lot of people to come to your conference, or a lot of people to come to your gatherings, because you are not using the right words. You're not constructing them in the right order, in order for the brain of your market audience to light up and catch on to the message, the vision, and the idea that you have, in such a way that they get invigorated and they want to opt in. What you say matters. And I promise you'll never have to worry about the outcome of conversion if you focus on transforming your audience's life. And I know you can do this. The way that you're going to transform their life is by taking your idea, finding a way to effectively communicate that idea by using proven methods, proven strategies, and then you're going to release that and present that to your target audience and allow them to be hooked and to buy into what you have just presented them. And I promise you, the conversion rate is going to increase on its own, but you've got to get the copy right. You've got to get the communication, the words right. Okay. I know you can do this, whether you're writing copy for your own product or service or brand, or writing for someone else's brand, or maybe this is your job. You've been hired on to do this for an organization. I guarantee you, if you work on mastering what to say, how to say it, when to say it, how to structure it, you will become a beast, because conversion rates will skyrocket. I have learned this firsthand. I've experienced this firsthand. That's how I can be so sure. And another way and another reason that I can be so sure about this is because ideas are spiritual. Any idea that you have um, is unlimited, because it comes from a place, a space that's not tangible. It comes from a spiritual place where there is no limit, no time, no hindrance or anything. Ideas can expand however much they need to expand. Ideas can grow however they need to grow. They can go wherever they need to go. There is nothing that will hinder or stop an idea other than not knowing how to properly articulate that idea. Ideas attract to those who have the purpose and the calling to put them into clear, concise, and effective copy so that audiences can understand them. So another way that I am sure that you can do this, you can write the right things, you can say the right things in order to attract sales, in order to attract customers, in order to attract followers and people who are opting into your brand and what you have to offer. One of the other ways that I am sure about this is because ideas are spiritual and they only attract to those people who have the purpose, the wheelhouse, the wherewithal, the creativity to be able to take them and effectively communicate them through written or verbal words. In other words, if the idea came to you, whether it comes through a customer that you're working for, or it came to you through a dream that you had, or it's an idea that God gave you personally. If the idea came to you, no matter how it came to you, that is an indication that you are the man, you are the woman for the job. To take that vision, to take that idea, and to articulate it in an effective way so that people will understand it and opt into it and want more of it. Okay. So if remember this, if you have been hired to articulate an idea, to convey an idea, and what I mean by idea is a product, a service, a brand, something of that sort, then you have got to wrap your brain around the fact that you have been divinely chosen to have the opportunity at conveying this message of this particular idea. Now, I believe you can do it. Do you? This is where you opt in right here, that you opt into the idea that you can do it. You can write the correct words. You can convey the correct words through speech. No matter the circumstance, no matter the opportunity, whether you are being invited to speak on a stage or a platform, or you're being invited to write a sales copy or an email, or being invited to share about your particular brand on a Facebook Live, it doesn't matter what forum, what platform, what mechanism or medium. If the opportunity comes to you, if the idea comes to you, if it is something that you have been given, you are the one chosen to say and to speak, to effectively communicate what that idea is. You can do it. I believe that you can. I'm telling you right now. I want you to tell yourself, as you are listening to this particular video right now, tell yourself every day that you can. That's where it begins. Either you can or you can't. If you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. That's what Henry Ford said. If you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. And so you've got to get in the mindset, lock in, buy in to the idea that you can say the right thing to get people to buy in to what you have to offer. And say this every single day. Say this every single day. Changing your internal dialogue to positive and uplifting dialogue. That's what's going to help you position your mind to be able to write and to be able to articulate the correct message for the ideas that have been presented to you. So first, you've got to transform yourself and your own perspective before you can transform someone else's. Okay. And if the work isn't hard enough, you've got other people that you're probably going to have to veto their words and their dialogue about what you can do concerning your brand or the brand that you represent. Okay? The chances are that people are going to be opposed to this idea of you being able to articulate this vision at first. You know why? Because they weren't given the idea. They weren't given the vision. That's why it's important that you master copy. That's why it's important, because if you master copy, the way to write, how to write it, the words to use, if you can master that, then you can win people like them over by giving them an effective, communicated, well-written understanding of the idea that you have. Now, before I end this, I'm a firm believer of declarations. And so I really believe that you can bring your company or other companies and brands that you're working for to high conversions, where they are seeing high conversions and people are opting into buying their products, their services, and things of that nature. But you've got to believe that. Do you believe it? Do you believe it? Say, I believe it. If you believe that, say, I believe it. I believe that I'm just declaring this for you, that your profit margin can be between $20,000 to well over multi-millions of dollars monthly. Do you believe that? Because I believe that for myself. I believe that for you. If you don't believe it, then you can't get anyone else to believe it. You can't write the correct words or receive the right words in order to articulate it to others in a believable and authentic way. I believe that every client that comes your way will be satisfied and beyond impressed with with the copy that you create for their brand or for their products or for your brand or your product if you're representing yourself. I believe that multimillionaires and multi billionaires and multi-millionaire corporations, multi-billionaire corporations are going to be calling you left and right, requesting your copywriting services or requesting the methods that you use or requesting your product or your service or your brand. These are things that I tell myself every day, and I have seen it work. I believe that brands and corporations will be thoroughly satisfied with their results concerning what you have to offer them. Do you believe that? In fact, they'll be so satisfied and pleased that I believe they will place you on retainers and yearly contracts to receive your copywriting services or whatever services it is that you are offering them year round. I believe that for myself. I believe that for you. Do you believe it? Come on, you've got to say, I believe this. I believe people, organizations, companies, corporations will be knocking your proverbial doors down, trying to get in line to receive your copywriting products and services or your services that you do offer, your brand. They would want to connect with your brand. I believe that. Why? Because I believed it for myself. And guess what? I am experiencing it right now, every day, every week, because I started with a belief. What you say to yourself each day and internally matters. Eventually, your brain will begin to believe it, and so will your heart. And soon, what you believe will start showing up in your life. That's how it works. And you won't even have room enough to receive what's coming into your life because belief is a gateway in the spirit world, in the spirit realm. It opens you up to all of what God has to offer you. And the moment you have faith and believe it, you're opened up to every possibility of goodness for your product, for your service, for your brand. And you're going to be forced to grow and expand because there's going to be so much coming at you at rapid speed. That's how it happens. When you transform yourself, the reason it happens like that is because when you transform yourself, the people, the companies, the brands will trust you to transform their ideas into the greatest copy or the greatest thing that they need from you. Anyone who can convince and persuade themselves can persuade the masses. Let me say that again. Anyone that can persuade themselves can persuade the masses. That's for anything concerning business, concerning any other part of your life. If you can get to a place where you can persuade yourself to believe in the idea that you have, to believe in the ability that you have, to believe in the creativity that you have, if you can get to a place where you have persuaded yourself about yourself, then and only then will people around you, businesses connected to you, will be persuaded that you are that very thing. It's simple, my friends. The equation that I wanted to give you was I plus E equals C. Ideas plus effective communication equals change. This equation is the key to making real, long lasting changes in your business model, in businesses and brands that you're connected with or that you represent. This is integral to the transformation and the conversion that you want to see. Are you ready to see change in your world? Are you ready to see change in your business? Are you ready to see change in your ministry? Are you ready to see change in what it is that God has given you to steward, to lead, to create, to build? Are you ready for that change? Are you ready to change the world of the corporations that you'll work for or work with? Are you ready to change the lives of their audiences with the copy that you're going to create? Are you ready to say something that's going to literally transform somebody's life for the greater? Are you ready to provide something, to present a product or a service that's going to transform somebody's life? Well, you have got to start right now with believing in that idea, that service, that product, that brand that God gave you. Believe it in such a way where you tap into the creative spiritual reservoir of heaven and you begin to get words to express and properly explain your business, your model, your process, your strategy, your product, your service. That's how it works. And those words, if you effectively communicate them on social media, in a video, on a stage, if you use the right methods, practical methods to get that message to your market audience, transformation will happen in your business or in the business that you work with or for. Now, I want to help you all do that. I want to help you create those words, identify those words. I want to help you put those words in the right order when it comes to your emails that you're sending out, when it comes to the headlines you're creating, when it comes to the scripts you're using for your videos, when it comes to the script you use for your speech on stage, whatever. If it requires words, I want to help you build the right words in the right way and present them correctly. Present them correctly so that your target audience will understand what you're giving them and they will find the value in what you're giving them. So much so that they will pay anything, they would do anything just about to get the results that you are offering them. This, my friend, is what will potentially make you a millionaire if you implement this strategy. I plus E equals C. And I'm going to show you how to do it. I would love to walk you through it personally. Get over there right now to www.kenyondudley.com. Get on my wait list. There is a class that's coming up. Told you about it at the beginning. Copywriting secrets. Writing that makes you millions. I'm telling you, like I know my name. If you get this right, you will potentially make multi-millions of dollars. If you get your verbiage right, if you get that communication right, I promise you, people will be knocking down your doors. They'll be calling you. That's how the way of the world is, and that's how it works. All right. Listen, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to try to do more of these. If this was helpful to you, please let me know that it was helpful to you. Comment, send us a message, let us know. My wife and I, we're going to be doing our wealth classes. They're starting up in August. We're going to be going live and teaching on a few topics as it pertains to business and how you can grow your business and how you can position yourself to be able to scale your business to the point where you need it, where you want it. So look out for more details on the wealth class that is coming. We're going to be doing that again starting in August. And so it's just a series of webinars that we're going to be doing. And I would love for you to be a part of those. We're going to be dropping gems, dropping nuggets everywhere. And we're blowing our own mind in preparation for that. And so I know that when you tune in, your mind is going to be blown and your life is going to be transformed. You're going to get some pragmatic, practical tools to be able to go and implement in your business, and also spiritual tools as well, because I believe that business is just as spiritual as it is natural and practical. So look out for that information. We're going to be posting that on our 818 Wealth Academy page and on all of our social media platforms. We're going to be sharing information about the class that I'm about to get ready to open up again, called Copywriting Secrets. So make sure you get on that wait list. You need to learn how to put the right words together in the right construct and how to model them in such a way where it's going to express your vision in a clear and concise way and cause your conversion rates to increase. Okay. You need to find your voice. So you got to get in that class so that we can give you details on that. If there are any other ideas, any other questions that you might have about business, about your business that you want us to cover, go ahead and send us a message and let us know, and we will craft a webinar or something like that, or even an e-course. We will craft that material for you, and we will present it to you as well as our followers so that they will be able to benefit from it as well. I got to remind you, by the way, go over to www.the818academy wealthacademy.com. Again, that's the818wealthacademy.com. You want to get over there and find all of the resources that we already have that are privy to you. Listen, God created you for this. He gave you the business. He gave you the model. He gave you the idea. He gave you the concept. And so you can do this. All you got to do is just learn some business strategies, learn some business techniques like getting your copy right. And I promise you, you will have positioned yourself in a place where you could potentially become a multi-millionaire. All right. I'm Kenyon R. Dudley. And for the time, I'm going to say good night, good day, whatever time of day it is for you when you see this message and this video. And look out for more videos like this. I'm going to be sharing with you more on the 818 Facebook page and on all of our platforms. Love you, and best of blessings to you and your business, your brand, your product, and your services.